The culture of complaints in Nigeria, a national tragedy. When you sit in the typical Nigerian gathering, whether it is a buka, a barber shop, a church meeting, a university classroom, a WhatsApp group, or even the elite business roundtables, there is one consistent, almost religious practice: complaining. Nigerians will complain about Nigeria like it is a full-time job. They will complain about the politicians, they will complain about NEPA, they will complain about the police, they will complain about the roads, the hospitals, the schools, the pastors, the youth, the elders, the tribes, even complain about the rain and the sun. Everywhere you turn, it is an endless circle of venting, blaming, lamenting, mourning, and at the end of the conversation, no one leaves the table with a plan. Not a small step, not even a tiny spark of action, just the emotional satisfaction of venting. This is a national disease. Why endless complaining is dangerous? Complaining without solutions reinforces helplessness. The more we talk about how nothing can work in Nigeria, the more we imbibe the dangerous mindset that nothing will ever work. It breeds gloom and desperation. It kills hope. It teaches the young ones growing up that to be Nigerian is to accept defeat by default. Complaining distracts from responsibility. When you point fingers every day at the president, the governor, the senator, the policeman, the teacher, you unconsciously tell yourself that change is somebody else's job, never yours. You convince yourself that your role is simply to observe and criticize, not to participate. Complaining corrodes unity and trust. When every tribe believes another tribe is the problem, when every generation blames another, when the rich blame the poor and the poor blame the rich, what you have is a fragmented society with zero collaboration. And you cannot build a nation when everyone sees the next person as an obstacle. The addiction to diagnosing problems. Many Nigerians are brilliant at diagnosing what is wrong. Many Nigerians are brilliant at diagnosing what is wrong. It is almost like an art form. They can talk for hours about corruption, bad leadership, moral decay, poverty, brain drain, insecurity, lack of patriotism. They can quote statistics from 1999 to today about GDP decline, inflation, and emigration rates. They know the symptoms like a doctor studying a terminal patient. But here is the truth. Diagnosing the disease is only 10% of the work. Curing it takes 90%. If you are not actively part of the solution, your diagnosis is entertainment. It does nothing for progress. We must transition from complainers to solution builders. It is time Nigerians grew out of the infertile addiction to complaining and took up the hard, often uncomfortable but transformative work of thinking, acting, and building solutions. Here is why. 1. Ideas rule the world, not criticism. The countries Nigerians admire today, the UK, Canada, Singapore, the UAE, the United States of America, were built not by people who sat on street corners cursing their leaders every day. They were built by people who imagined different futures, drew up plans, took risks, made mistakes, and kept improving. They built schools when they could. They improved healthcare where they could. They started small businesses, fought for reforms, taught their children integrity by example. They didn't just mourn about problems, they solved them, one after the other, brick by brick. 2. Real solutions start small. Many Nigerians believe that the only way to solve Nigerians' problem is to become president or governor. Lie. You can solve a local sanitation problem by organizing a community cleanup. You can solve an education problem by volunteering to teach children after school. You can solve a technology problem by building a startup or writing code that matters. Change does not require a national title. It requires intentional action at what level you are. 3. Solutions attract power and influence. In today's world, those who solve problems are those who end up controlling the narrative, resources, and opportunities. If Nigerians spent half the time they use cursing politicians to actually creating small businesses, neighborhood security groups, youth mentorship programs, technology hubs, agricultural cooperatives, lobbying groups, etc., they will soon become the real power brokers. Influence is not given, it is earned through value creation. The importance of proposing and implementing practical solutions. 1. Proposals turn into policies. 2. Innovations turn into industries. 3. Startups turn into job creators. 4. Community initiatives turn into social movements. And 5. Small leadership turns into national leadership. When you stop complaining and start proposing, you move into a new dimension. You force yourself to think critically, not emotionally. You force yourself to study successful models elsewhere. You force yourself to build alliances and partnerships instead of alienating everyone with bitterness. You force yourself to act responsibly because now you have skin in the game. And you know the beautiful part? Solutions breed hope. When Nigerians see one good idea succeed, one public library, one clean street, one functioning tech hub, one honest business, it triggers a ripple effect of hope and belief that bigger things are possible. Call to action. Enough is enough. Nigerians must start holding themselves to a higher standard. From the student union halls to social media spaces to elite conferences, the rule must be simple. No more complaints without solutions. If you're going to speak about a problem, end your speech with a proposal, no matter how small. If you're going to criticize, volunteer a practical way forward. If you're going to mourn, pair it with a dream for how it can be better. It's not about being blindly optimistic. It's about being constructively responsible. The choice is clear. Remain a country of brilliant complainers or become a country of determined builders. The future belongs to the builders. Don't forget to follow our WhatsApp channel via the link in the description for you to have access to our different links and be part of our online community where we discuss issues of how to make Nigeria better for us all. Thank you for listening.